This is Beneteau's brand new Grand Trawler 62. Now this is a distillation of everything they've learnt from their swift trawler range. It's the biggest boat they've ever built, and there's a massive amount of thought gone into this. It is the biggest boat ever built, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. So we're going to start right at the back. Now we are at the Cannes Boat Show, and it is a massively popular boat, this one. Everybody wants to see what it's all about. So we are, as you can possibly see, fairly full of people. So we might not be able to do the usual route, we'll just have to wing it and see how we get on. So we're going to start back here with a bathing platform. It's a high-low platform with a lift 400 kilograms, so you can get a decent jet rib onto here. And these flick up then like this in order to actually support it. Another thing that they've done with this, you can see it's got the stairs that fold down as this lowers, they become stairs down into the water. But they've taken it back to here, so you've actually got, even when it's lowered, you've got a walkway across the back of the boat. Also a brilliant place to sit, of course, and take in the world. The other thing they've done with this, you can see they've gone for this glass transom across here. That means that rather than sitting just on the inside of that and facing into your boat, you can sit up there and face outwards and take in the view. So that works very well. There are steps underneath here that go down and into the water, so when the bathing platform is up, you've still got access into the water. And then if we carry on around, we'll do our very best to work around everybody who's on board and give you the full tour. So there's a seating module here. There's also movable seats, which I'll show you inside. And you can put those out here as well if you want to. I think because we have got about 1 million people on board, we'll go around the outside first of all. This is a nice feature panel here. So they've not gone for all-out show pony luxury with this. It's a practical boat, but they have got some nice detailing like this about the place. This is the buttons for the bathing platform up and down, and you've also got joystick control here as well. And also these are doors that you can bring across like this, so that when you're at anchor and the boat swings bow to the wind, you've got a windbreak, so you haven't got the wind whistling through this area. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. I'm not sure you could physically fit any more people onto this boat than we've currently got. Let's have a go. So up here, they've put all the service areas on this side of the boat. So things like your fuel fillers and your water filler and your black water tank discharge, all of that stuff is all here, so that when you're this side too, everything is easily reached from the dock. And if we carry on around, if we can, hello, can I just squeeze past? Thank you so much. It is of course the typical trawler style with this forward sloping screen here. You've got big storage lockers in places like this, all very practical. And then you've also got sun pads on the front. There is a bimini up here as well. You can obviously remove that completely, but because it's got the overhang here, you can roll it up and keep it in place if you want to. These, as you can see, can be lifted up or they can be dropped down flat just by doing that. That's nice and easy. You've got the cup holders next to them as well. And then around here, this is another huge locker. Let's see if we can get, so you can see that properly. There we go, so you can get all your deck gear into there. That's the anchor winch control as well. I think they're going to put foot switches on as well if you want them. And then we will carry on around. Hello. Hi. And head down this side. So again, deck lockers. And that lovely trawler yacht overhang that we've got down here. Okay. Oh, I think we might have a clear shot into here. Let's have a look. Galley area is here. So you've got cooking. They haven't put the galley aft, they put it in the centre of the boat, and that's great because it caters directly across to the dining area. You've got things in here like the dishwasher, of course. A lot of storage about the place. Your sink is in here. It's a storage like this. Little wine rack, the fridge freezer. It's all here. But what is quite neat is if we go over here, this has got all of your crockery. So it's right next to the dinette. And if you come on back, this is quite interesting because what you can do here is you've got the high-low TV behind, but you can lose this section here, this module, and you can have seating there if you prefer. So you then got seating all the way around this area. Wine cooler in this one as well. Looks like we're losing a few people. We might be able to see a few more. We might be able to see a bit more. And this, of course, is your lounge area. So we'll come around over onto this side. There we go. You can see how that works. Like so. Okay, let's head on forward and I'll show you a few more clever gizmos. This table, it's permanently attached, but it can move, so you can move it right in. If you're on passage and you don't need so much seating here, you can move it right in, and that reveals a handle on this side. Or you can bring it out to make it easier to get underneath that one there, and underneath there is the storage for 4 flip-up chairs, which are like the one that we'll see here at the head of the table. Okay, let's go past this million people here. Another thing you will notice, being ably demonstrated by our crew, is the fact you've got an internal stairway up to the Flybridge. We'll take a look at that, of course. Let's see if I can show you this table in action. There is a little pull thing here, there we go. And then that slides, there we go, and that's then giving you that handle, or you can bring it out the other way to get more access to the back. These flip-up chairs that I'm talking about, they actually fold really, really flat. If I lift that, you can see just how flat that goes, and that is how you are able to get all 4 of those hidden into there if you want to. We'll come back to the helm, I think, and we'll head on down to the lower deck where the going is fairly good. And down here we have got a few more people. So, across here first. This is cabin 3. You've got the twin beds here, as you can see. There is an infill that comes with it, so you can make this into a double if you want to. Got louvered doors on this, which is nice, very trawler yacht sort of feel. Illuminated lockers. The day heads is here, and you can access straight through from here, so at night that can become an ensuite to this cabin, but during the day there's a door there, straight back out into that passageway where we just came down. Let's go this way. Oh yes, clear shot, here we go. This then is the owner's cabin. And the interesting thing about this is you can have an option where it has a bulkhead down the centre, and then you have 2 twin cabins, smaller twin cabins if you prefer. So far everyone that's gone out has gone out with this configuration, so this is by far the most popular, and you can see why, because it's a lovely big area. Now I'm going to show you a couple of the more practical details again, or one in particular certainly. So you've got your great big bed there, but look at this. Give it a tug and the whole thing rises up on gas struts and gives you this huge area underneath. That's brilliant. People come down with flight cases or small suitcases, get all your stuff out, hang it up, chuck them under there, and they're gone. That's a very nice idea, and the forward cabin has exactly the same feature. Let's bring that one back down. There we go. This, of course, is all storage along here. This is the kind of boat that people tend to buy. Perhaps they've had a few boats. It's usually a slightly more experienced owner or somebody coming from sailing where they want to go and spend a bit of time on board. They're less concerned with the speed, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And they're more concerned with comfortable living. So that's why there is a ton of storage all the way around this boat. Like so. And if we look over on this side, we've got a nice little dressing area. So that lifts up. And you've got the whole windows here. And these rectangular fellows, those are opening sections so that you can get some air through here if you wish to. I can say pretty much everywhere really is just a load of storage. So that is the master cabin. Oh, the ensuite, let's go and have a look at that. That is in through here. So you've got a rainfall shower in there, and this, I'm thinking, is storage, and I'm thinking correctly. And obviously the sink and more storage underneath. Nicely lit as well, like the way I've done all this. Okay, let's see if we can battle our way forward. Here we go. Excuse me? Excuse me? Please.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, quite possibly.
From YouTube.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I follow you. I like your videos.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. You'll be able to hear yourself on it. Do you want to be on it? Do you want to appear?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. We have a gentleman who watches the YouTube channel right here. Give us a wave.
Yes, I'm from Turkey.
Ah, fantastic. How good. Are you enjoying the show?
Yes, I like it. I come here every day, every year.
Brilliant.
Last year,
No show, I know. It was terrible.
This year, it's not again.
Fantastic. It feels like getting back to normal again a bit, doesn't it?
Yes.
Perfect.
I hope that COVID is gonna go, and next year it's gonna be even easier.
Yeah.
Now we have to have the certificates and masks and things.
I know.
But still, we have to thank God we are here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, let's enjoy.
Fantastic.
The
Okay.
video, I will watch it.
Yeah, you watch it, you'll be in it, I promise. All right, cheers. Okay, this then is the guest cabin, right up here in the bow. And they've shaped this so that the bed is offset to one side, and it makes it quite a nice square area rather than the sort of usual triangular cabin that you end up with up in the bow. You get some pretty decent bits of storage about the place as well, as you can see. And then this is all storage down here and across here. And this has its own ensuite, so that lives in here. And a separate shower. So that is the lower deck. I think we're winning this. Let's press on a bit further. This is taking us back up to the main deck. This is some of the systems. So the boat has got a control system on it, and these are some of the backups for that. I'll show you that at the helm because I think we can now get to it. Here we are. Helm station is here, and you have a whole control system here for the boat. And also this one has got the dock sense rain marine system on. That's interesting. That's a system that helps you to actually dock the boat. Joystick control, as we mentioned, on the aft deck, so you've got another obviously station out there, but then you can drive the boat from here. Bow and stern thrusters on this particular boat, and the three, I think he said they were 16-inch screens. I might be wrong, but I think they are 16. Two very comfortable helm seats, and they have lift bolsters. In fact, you get this one as standard and that co-pilot seat as an option, so it depends what you want. And I rather like this daybed arrangement over here. So people can lie here. They can either lie with their back that way and chat to the people here, or they can lie with their back this way, face forward, and enjoy the journey. Okay, let's go and take on the Flybridge. Here we go. So this is great having this internal access up to the Flybridge. And what you have up here, you have a sun pad right at the very front. Your helm is over here. And again, the triple screens all the way across, that's nice. And all the controls you'd expect, so bow and stern thrusters, engine controls, joystick control, all that kind of stuff is right there. And that is that access that we just came up through. Really nice seating area next to it, so plenty of room for people to come up here and enjoy the ride. This one's got the hard top on, and you can see that slides open, like so. And we've managed to clear the Flybridge. This is going well. Big seating area around here. This table, of course, will fold up to half of that size. So if you're dining, you can have it right open. If you're just out here having a drink of an evening, that drops away like so. And you've got these little cup holders at the end, which is a nice feature. They've put the wet bar facing in, which is rather nice because when you're catering here, so you've got things like the fridge, for example, and the sink, and this one has an ice maker on it, then you're actually here talking to and relating to the people who are there, because a lot of these boats, most of them I would say are owner run, but even if the crew run, of course, that still makes sense. Very nice barbecue. That's a Kenyan barbecue, and there's a top for that, and that's rather cunningly in here next to the bin. There's a little slot for it down there. So that's that. This one's got the extension on the back for the bimini. There's a crane here, another 400 kilograms of lift there for your tender. Let's head on back and see whether we can get just as lucky with the crew area and the engine space. Okay, here we go. I hear voices. How's that for timing? Okay, in we go. So down here you have got washing machine for a start, And then in here, there is the toilet and a little sink. Now what's great about this is if you're out in the cockpit or you're on the swim platform, I don't know, you're covered in sun cream, for example, you don't want to go through the whole boat and down the stairs to find the loo, you can just pop in through here and it's right there. So as well as servicing the crew area, it also makes a great day heads for when you're out on the back of the boat. Let me come right round and we'll head this way a bit, because over here we will find a shower, so that's completely separate. And there's your crew cabin. So you have got a berth down this way and a berth across that way, so you can sleep 2 crew in there. And then the final thing to talk to you about is engines. Now with this particular boat, let me come back here where it's a little less noisy. With this particular boat, these are designed very much for displacement cruising, although they have got a bit of a punch to them as well. So the optimum speed for these are sort of 8 to 10 knots, that sort of thing. But despite that, they've actually put some pretty big engines in here. These are MAN 730 horsepower engines, and what that does is give you a sort of a reserve power, effectively, if you like. You can take the speed up to 20 knots. It's not where most people cruise these. 90% of people cruise these at around sort of 8 to 10 knots. But it gives you that ability to outrun the weather, get yourself home if you need to. However, at the other end of the scale, because it's a displacement hull and it's designed to be most efficient at low speed, if you're doing 9 knots with this boat, it's using just 30 litres an hour, and that's giving you 1,000 miles of range, over 1,000 miles, with a decent reserve. So it's got some serious legs to it. Let's go right on in. It's the generator that's making all the noise there. This one's got a quick gyro system on it, so that's gyro stabilisation, and these those MAN engines. Fans in here as well. Fuel tanks either side, and another engine over here. Let's quit while we're ahead. There's another access there, that takes you directly up and into the cockpit, but we'll come back the way we came in. And I think, what's in here? Student storage. I think, considering how very, very busy this boat is, we did all right, didn't we? I'm going to finish right here. You see what I mean? It's a busy, busy boat, this one. It's been really well received. So I'll say huge thanks to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of that one. I think it's a really fascinating boat, and I think they've really nailed the concept with it. We will look forward to catching you on another one of these, hopefully with a few less people on it, very soon. Take care, bye-bye.